Today let's talk about the chemical part of the pharma supply chain. Most drugs on the market have active ingredients that are made by chemical methods. So the molecule, the active ingredient, is built out of smaller molecules. We might start with that molecule and then join to it in a synthesis another piece. And finally, we might add this molecule here, and that might be the active ingredient. So now that you know how chemistry works, let's look at the chemical supply chain in more details. So let's look again at our supply chain map from the first part. On the left-hand side, each circle is a production site, and in each of these sites, one of the steps I've showed you before is happening. So maybe in step D, we are putting the first two molecules together, and in step F, we are putting the other part on top of it. As you can see, it converges all in the API, which is the final molecule. And what you also see, the flags are not chosen by coincidence. China is today dominating the chemical industry, more cost competitive than India even. And there is still some manufacturing in the US and also some manufacturing in Europe. But definitely in terms of capacity and capabilities, China is very much leading in the chemical industry. So to manufacture the active ingredients, we need chemical production capabilities. From a European perspective, the chemical industry originated here, and Europe long dominated this industry, but that is no longer the case. Much of the manufacturing capability and capacity has moved to Asia, notably to China. And this process has been accelerating lately to a degree where the European chemical industry is really in danger of extinction. There are many reasons for that. Energy costs are high. There's environmental protection regulations that are stricter than in other regions and so on. But the consequence of that is that Europe is losing the capability of making active ingredients. And that is an issue if we want to maintain a kind of strategic autonomy that we want to be able to long-term ensure the supply of pharmaceuticals. If we don't have a chemical industry in a region, then all that can be done is keeping a stockpile of active ingredient, but that will only get you so far because there are limits to what can be done, to the quantity that can be stored. So it will be really interesting if authorities are really serious about achieving long-term supply security, then something needs to be done on the chemical industry.